What's up? What's up? What's up? Of course, it's me, your boy Richie Rich at Consumer Appliance Report. Shoot another awesome video, cause that's what we do. Man, what's up? What's up? What's up? You know, Consumer Appliance Report, we review appliances. Today we're gonna focus on, of course, a Maytag dishwasher. In this portion of the video, we're going to focus on the functions and the features. Alright, so we're going to dissect this appliance to find out exactly what can it do. So we're going to allow the video to roll a little bit. Of course, you can see the model number behind me on the dishwasher. It has multiple colors as well. So check out the functions, the price portion of the video so you can see that. Of course, we're going to start off with this fingerprint resistant stainless steel, easy to clean. You can see right now a couple things that I've already noticed on this unit. Again, it's a stainless steel model. You also have the door handle that you see here that you use to open the door. You're gonna see that in the video as well. Then of course it has a LED display to let you know the status of the dishwasher. All right, so we're gonna dive into some of those things. All right, so the first part we already noticed, it is a Maytag unit. It also has dual power filtration on the control panel. So we're gonna allow it to ride. You can see a couple of the cycles, you got delay. So we're gonna go into a lot of that stuff as well. So all right, so this you can see where it says cycles, you can select it by pressing the buttons to power blast, auto, normal, quick, rinse. And of course you have your delay, right? So you have your delay start. You can also see the digital numbers switching around and changing as you decide which setting that you want. You also have different options between the high temperature, sanitize, rinse, and heated dry. You also have a short and a long. You have start/resume and a cancel button. So we're gonna allow that to roll a little, or rock a little bit, or roll so you can see it, and we're gonna dive into the rest of the video. When you do open the dishwasher, all right, so it does has a resume button on it. So as soon as you select the cycle, it gives you about 4 seconds for you to close the door. You have to close the door within the 4 seconds. If not, then you're gonna have to repress the start button again to restart the cycle. All right, and then of course you have, and that's how it looks when you press the buttons. And it's not started right away, or you have not resumed the cycle for where it was initially, then it's gonna blink until you hit the start and resume button. All right, so we're gonna go into the owner's manual as well, and this is your cancel and drain. So if you have issues with your dishwasher not draining properly, you can actually hold that button for about 2 seconds. You can see where it says 2 in the display. That's an automatic drain cycle, and you close the door and whatever water is inside the dishwasher is going to drain out. All right, so we're going to dive into the owner's manual so we can get some information on this particular unit. All right, so I'm going to jump from different owner's manual because, man, there's so many different breakdowns to this particular appliance because of I'm assuming it's because it's so new. It's not a lot of information online with the owner's manual. So whatever we can find to help you guys out to understand the appliance, then that's what we're going to do. All right, so we got the cycle guide. All right, so a lot of the control panel we already discussed. The control panel that we have is the bottom here where it says cycles, delay, high temperature. You can also have the sanitize, rinse, or the power dry, depending on which one you have, start and resume. You have different settings between the short and long. You have heated dry here on the second one instead of the power dry. And then of course the power blast, the digital display is individual setting instead of using that one cycle to select it. So it all depends. All right, so let's dive into it where it says important. The sensor in your dishwasher monitors the soil level. All right, cycle time and or water usage can vary as the sensor adjusts the cycle for the best wash performance. That's one of the keys when you're dealing with dishwashers. Again, the dishwasher sensors monitor the soil level, how dirty the water is while the dishwasher is operating and running. It also talks about different temperatures, right? So it monitors the temperature as well. The hotter the dishes, or the hotter the water, the cleaner the dishes. So you want to keep that in mind. All right, so it says if the incoming water is less than the recommended temperature of 120 degrees or food soils are heavy, the cycle will automatically compensate by adding time, heat, and water as needed. So you want to make sure that the water temperature is at 120 degrees. One of the tips that you can actually use before using your dishwasher is turning on the faucet, rinsing your dishes off before you put them in the dishwasher. It is common practice for all dishwashers. I'm not concerned about the brand. I'm not concerned about the model. You have to rinse your dishes off before you put them in, even if the salesperson tell you that. All right, so we'll get into that a little bit later when we're talking about the motor. But of course, your water temperature has to be 120 degrees. So you want to keep that in mind. If not, like it states in the owner's manual, that the dishwasher automatically compensates by adding time, heat, and water. There's no reason for you to go adjust the water temperature on your hot water heater. You don't have to do anything like that, because again, remember, if you do that, it's going to affect your whole entire home, your faucet, your sink, your bathrooms, everything that deals with the hot water is going to affect it. So you want to keep that in mind. All right. It says this information covers several different models. Your dishwasher may not have all the cycles and options described. All right, so we can go into this joint real quick. We don't have the we do have an auto cycle, and it also gives you the estimate wash time and display water usage in gallons and liters. All right, so of course, where it says the auto cycle, it says send soil to automatically optimize cycle. Auto cycle is selected if start is pressed first. All right, so you can almost say that this is a default setting that you will use. If you don't know what cycle to use, just hit start and it automatically goes to the auto setting. All right, you have the power blast. It says used for hard to clean items. So traditionally, you probably will have pots and pans on a lot of the newer dishwashers that probably have a lot more cycles, but on this particular one, it's called power blast. So that's what I would probably use for like the heavier soils or pots and pans. I will use that specifically to clean those dishes. But if you're looking at the time, the estimated wash time for this is 2 hours and 38 minutes, and you're talking about 4.1 gallons of water usage. And of course, the auto is 2 minutes and 4 seconds and 3.3 gallons of water usage. So of course, that's the difference there. Your normal cycle, all right? So if you're not sure what cycle to use, you can always go back to normal. It says this cycle is recommended for daily, regular, or typical use to completely wash and dry a full load of normal soil dishes. All right, it says this dishwasher's government energy certification were based on the normal cycle with only the heated dry option selected. All right, so running that cycle is about 2 hours and 4 seconds and 3 gallons of water. And of course, you have it in liters, which is 11.2 liters. You also have your quick wash cycle. It says use when you need faster results. All right, so some dishwashers might have a quick wash cycle, or they have a wash cycle that says a 1 hour cycle. That is basically the same exact thing. So when you're looking at it, the estimated time is about an hour. So when you're talking about using that, that's going to generate a lot more water usage because it's trying to wash those dishes within a shorter period of time, so it's going to use more water. So if you can see, it's 5.9 gallons and 22.4 liters. So you want to think about that when you're selecting the cycle. Even though it says quick cycle, it has to clean the dishes within that time period, so you're going to use more water. Rinse, it says used for rinsing dishes, glasses, and silverware that will not be washed right away. Do not use detergent. It's only 21 seconds, which is 1.7 gallons. All right. It says the government energy certification are based on this cycle. See the normal cycle description for the government energy certification cycle. Using the sensor cycle may increase your energy usage. All right. No other washing and drying temperature options are selected. It was not subject to truncated testing. Rinse aid was not used, and there was no detergent used in the pre-wash. All right, so that's where we are there. And of course, we can dive into some of the options, and that's what we're going to get into right now, man. So let's dive into the options. All right, options. Let's look at the options. So it says high temperature wash. Some of the options that we have, it says can be selected with, and what it does, added time to the cycle, and added water, gallons, and liters. All right, so the high temperature wash helps remove tough baked on food. All right, again, we insist here at Consumer Appliance Report is to rinse your dishes off before you put them in. If it's difficult for you to get it off while you're rinsing it off in the sink, it's going to be even harder for the dishwasher to get it off, because the dishwasher is only using water and is circulating the water, so it doesn't necessarily means that it's going to hit the dishes and it's going to clean it properly. So you want to keep that in mind. Can it be selected with? It could be selected with power blast, auto, and normal. All right, so let's look at what it does. It says it increases the main wash temperature up to, or traditionally it's 120 degrees Fahrenheit, right? That's the standard water temperature. Now you're selecting this option is going to increase the water temperature from 135 degrees Fahrenheit to 140 degrees. All right, so you want to think about that. And it also says increases final rinse temperature to 140 degrees. With that being added, it also adds time and it adds additional amount of water. So you're looking between 0 to about 45 minutes. 45 seconds. No, that's 45 minutes. I'm sorry. 45 minutes. I'm looking at the wrong thing. All right, 45 minutes on top of the cycle there to let you know. All right, so that can be added there. You're looking at the liters is 0 to 1.4 liters. All right, so when we're talking about that increasing the water temperature, that's going to prolong the time, it's going to add water, and it's going to increase the temperature, so that's going to allow your dishwasher to run a lot longer. So let's go back. If we selected on the auto, which is already 2 minutes, so you're going to be like 2 minutes, 2 hours and 45 seconds, and 45 minutes, 2 hours and 45 minutes. If you put it on the blast, that's almost over. That's over 3 hours. Right? So when you're looking at these different cycles, different options, and choosing the dishwasher, the more options you choose, the hotter or the longer the dishwasher is going to run for. All right, man, got to get it out. Let's get it. Sanitize rinse. Sanitizes dishes and glassware in accordance with the NSF International NSF. It says and SI standard 184 for residential dishes. See this section in the owner's manual. All right, you got your power blast, auto, and normal. It says increases main wash temperature up to 140 degrees, to 140 degrees, but increases in the final rinse temperature to 156 degrees. So that can add about 10 minutes to about 1 hour and 15 minutes. It could also add water from 0 to 2.3 gallons or 0 to 8.5 liters. All right, so when you think about that as well, when you're using these dishwashers. So again, it can allow your dishwasher to run from about 3 hours, depending on the cycle setting, depending on the options that you have choose along with the cycle. So when you're looking at shorted heated dry, some models, or short power dry, it says it's dry dishes with heat. Load plastic item in upper racks. All right, so you want to think about that and consider that, because again, plastic does not absorb heat well, and if you put them on the lower rack, if it's drying, then it could it can change the form of the plastic. It cause it to melt if they fall on the heating element. It could cause your plastic to warp. So you want to think about that when you're dealing with that. It says dry dishes with heat and a fan. That's for short power dry. Load plastic item in upper racks. So either way, put it in the upper racks. All right, so you can be used with the power blast, auto, normal, and quick. It says dry dishes with heater or fan on some models. All right, so of course you're looking at between 33 minutes to 39 minutes. All right, heated dry, long heated dry, right? Some models. Long power dry. It says increases the energy used for drying the dishes. This may lengthen the cycle time. All right, power blast, auto, or normal. It says dry. It says dry dishes with heat or fan on some models. So you can get between 5 minutes to about 20 minutes. All right, so those are some of the options there. It also has dishwasher feedback, and that's something that we can dive in when we're talking about the control, the purpose, and the comments. So we can start with the start button. It says press the start or resume a wash cycle. It says if the door is open during a cycle or power is interrupted, start/resume indicator light flashes. So we showed you that initially in the video. It says cycle will not resume until door is closed and the start/resume is pressed. Note, push door firmly closed with 4 seconds of pressing the start and resume. It says if the door is not closed within 4 seconds, the start/resume button light will flash, an audible tone will be heard, and cycle will not start. All right, so that's something that we already went over initially in the video as well. All right, so you're able to see that. All right, cancel. All right, press to cancel wash cycle. Close door firmly. The dishwasher starts a 2-minute drain if needed. Let dishwasher drain completely. All right, so it's gonna drain out whatever water is inside the dishes for 2 minutes. Once it's finished, it's gonna shut itself off. You also have a control lock button where you can select that at the heated dry and hold it for 3 seconds. It says control lock avoids unintended use of dishwasher between cycles or cycle and option changes during a cycle. It says to turn on lock, press and hold heated dry for 3 seconds. Control light will stay on, indicating that it is activated, and all buttons are disabled. If you press any button while your dishwasher is locked, light flashes 3 times. Dishwasher door can be open/closed while controls are locked. To turn off lock, press and hold heated dry for 3 seconds. Lights turn off. All right. On some models, front panel indicator light, and that's what we talked about there. We're going to show you that in the video. On some models, depending on the model, an indicator light on the front of the door panel will glow green when a cycle is running and turns off when the cycle is completed. All right, so we got into a lot of that stuff. Cycle, canceling a cycle, you can do that. Changing a cycle after dishwasher started, that's something I'm gonna read because a lot of customers feel as though they cannot interrupt the cycle. You can, it's not a problem, it's not an issue. It says you can interrupt a cycle and restart the dishwasher from the beginning using the following instructions. 1, open the door slightly to stop the cycle, wait for the spraying action to stop, then open the door completely. All right, check the detergent dispenser, cover is still closed. If cover is open, you will need to refill the detergent dispenser before restarting the new cycle. Press cancel/drain to reset the control. Select new cycles and options, and of course then press start/resume. Adding a dish after dishes is started. It teaches you how to do that as well. It's not a difficult thing to do. You can see that, you can read that for yourself. It's not a difficult thing to do to add a dish after the dishwasher has started. All right, so let's see what else we might have. All right, so we went over a lot of that stuff, so we can let this video roll, man. Keep going. All right, so this is where I talk about as far as the handle. You can see the handle there you use to open the door. Again, it's engraved in the door, so you don't have to worry about a handle or bar. Some of them you can get a bar on it depending on the model that you have as well, so you might want to check that out if you want the bar handle as far as the door, to open the door. All right, so up here we have the upper spray arm. All right, so we want to make sure when you're loading your dishwasher, of course, you got to load them properly. You want to make sure that nothing is blocking the spray arm from spinning. If it is restriction or if not spinning, it will cause your dishes not to clean or not to wash properly. All right, so this is the manifold that you see here as well. You can see the individual holes inside the manifold. This is where the dishwasher rack is seated and pushed back. And with it being pushed back, water runs through the manifold and through these individual holes, and it supplies the spray arm underneath each individual basket so that the water can circulate and clean the dishes properly. All right, so you see the other one here in the middle. All right, so we have 3 racks on this particular dishwasher as well. All right, one of the things we love about the dishwasher, it is a stainless steel tub. All right, and that is a good thing to have a stainless steel tub. Plastic tub does not absorb heat well, so there's times where you might be able to see that inside your dishwasher is drenched with water. All right, so when it's drenched with water like that, then that can have an effect and look like the dishes are not being dried properly, but they more than likely are drying properly. You just got to look at it, but it's just plastic. It doesn't absorb heat well, but that's not the case for stainless steel. It shouldn't be wet at all. Typically when you're drying with the heating element, you can see that below here that it helps dry your dishes. You also want to be careful, like I said, no plastic falling on top of it, because it can melt it and it creates a burning smell. I've had plenty of issues where I go out where a plastic spoon, a Tupperware top, or any bowl or anything like that will cause a burning smell inside the dishwasher. All right, so you just want to be safe there. All right, cool. All right, so let's dive into this joint. Let's get it, see what else we got. Looking at this stainless steel tub and the racks. Let's see. All right, so this is the lower spray arm here, right? And of course you have your filter at the bottom. That's something that we can dive into so you can see that as well. Just get a little bit more information on this dishwasher, man, so we can break this thing down. Here it says foreign object cup. Let's see if it really goes too much into that. Filter cleaning. It says the pump is protected from large objects entering it by the foreign object cup in the front and below. The lower rack, the maintenance-free filter system, does not require any regular cleaning or maintenance. If this cup fills up with particles or object, depress the tub in the center and pull up on the cup to remove it. Dispose of the contents and then replace the cup. To replace the cup, put into the it says to replace the cup, put into the opening and push down to lock in place. All right, so this is the foreign object cup. All right, so it's pretty good there. And of course the lower spray arm, all spray arms, you want to make sure that they're able to spin properly. All right, so let's dive into that. Maytag, and this is the upper rack. All right, this is the third rack. We can put silverware and stuff inside of there, so we're going to dive in that. You got the middle rack there, of course. Great middle rack, and then you got the lower rack with the silverware basket that you can see there as well. So you definitely have option. And there go the middle spray arm. I wanted to make sure we get a picture of that so that you'll be able to see it. It has to circulate, and you also want to make sure that you check those middle spray arms or the spray arms in general to make sure they're not clogged up with food particles as well. So you want to be able to clean that. You can probably use like a toothpick to clean it out, stuff like that. A real small screwdriver that's able to get in between those crevices because the holes are extremely small. So you just want to be careful when you're doing it. You don't want to block it, and you don't want to make sure that they're clogged up as well, because that affects the dishwasher from circulating the water. All right, so we're going to dive into the racks a little bit. All right, and let's see what we got with the racks, because a lot of the stuff, it says dishwasher loading tips. Features are model specific. This dishwasher may not have all features described. See quick start guides for possible dishwasher loading patterns for a dish rack. Then of course you have the silverware basket. You have different ways you can load it up. Use silverware basket lids to provide optimum spacing and best cleaning performance. Note, if your silverware does not fit into the desired slots, open the lids, style 1 and 3, or lift on the ends of the lids and pull to remove style 2. It says mix silverware types to keep them separated. Load knives down, forks up, and alternate spoons for best cleaning results. All right, removing the upper rack. So we can go into that. We're going to show you that in a part of the video as well. But we are concerned about loading the dishwasher. Make sure they load properly. You want to load them and make sure there's space in between each dish. It's very important. You don't want to pile stuff on top of each other, because if the water doesn't touch it, it's not going to be clean. The water has to hit it in order for it to be clean. All right, it says sliding bowl tines allow you to easily load bowls of multiple sizes. Grab the movable tine row in the lower rack and slide into the desired position. All right, so this is it here, showing you exactly how to do it. You can move it and lay it down on certain models depending on which model that you might have. So you want to consider that as well when you're checking this unit out. All right, it says fold down tines allow you to optimize the spacing in the rack, so you can allow it to sit flush and flat. And it says fold down tines might be in the lower rack, the second level rack, and or the third rack depending on your model. To fold or unfold the tine, hold the tine nearest the clip at the end of the tine row and gently push it past the stop on the clip and in the direction you want to fold it. All right, and that's it there. So we're going to dive into the rest of that. Here it says cup shelf. Use the cup shelf to hold additional cups or small items. Push up to fold out of the way when not needed. All right, so a couple things there. Let's go back to the video so we can see what's happening there. All right, so again, you got the adjustable racks. You see how you're able to press those two buttons, raise them up and raise them down. All right, so we can go into that. All right, so you're able to see in the video how you adjust the rack. It doesn't have it in the owner's manual. We've been searching, we've been looking. So unfortunately, we can just go with what we have, and you can actually see how to adjust the racks. The lower racks, that's the upper racks. You remove those clips on the side. We're going to show you that. That's the silverware basket, of course. You can see the little clips on the side, and that's how you remove the upper rack. It's a little bit more difficult to do the middle rack, but it's something that you can do in the owner's manual as well. So you want to consider that. We also have your rinse aid and your dishwasher soap dispenser as well. They're all connected. You can see where it says empty or full depending on the position of the glass, as you see here as well. When you dump the rinse aid dispenser inside of it, it adapts the color of the rinse aid. So if it's a green color, you're gonna see this turn into a darker green, and you can tell it, and that's the way that you can tell that it's full. If it's empty, it's gonna go back clear, and you'll be able to see that as well. All right, so we can let this video roll so you can see that. So this is how you actually dump it inside of here. You can see the glass, how clear it is. Sometimes if you step over it, you can see a reflection. So that's one way you can tell if it's empty, but you dump it inside of here and you want to make sure that you clean that up. All right, so that's key there. Let me see if I have, so here it is right here. It says add rinse aid with fill window indicator shows low about every 1 to 3 months. All right, so you want to consider that and look at it. So this is how you can tell just by adding inside of there. All right, we're also going to dive into the pods as well. All right, talking about the soap dispenser. All right, soap dispenser, that's the pre-wash. You also can see different numbers on the inside of it as well, so you want to be careful how much you want to put in there. We can go into the manual here. It says add detergent, slide lid to close, use automatic dishwashing detergent only. One of the things that you're going to have to consider, I know a lot of people are converting over to some of these pods. In our opinion, and also talking to a reputable company that makes appliances, certain pods do not work well depending on the dishwasher. It doesn't dissolve it like it should. Sometimes the soap dispenser cup is not deep enough, so it affects the dispenser from opening and closing. But you want to make sure you can use powder or liquid. You want to check the amount that you're using depending on hard or soft water that you might have. Those dispenser pods, you just fill the dishwasher up and just throw it in at the bottom and start the dishwasher up. That works well. You can do that, and it's not going to have an effect on the dishwasher and how it operates and how you use it. All right, so that's cool there. So let that rock. So here's the indicator light to let you know the status. Again, remember, when it's green, it's being operated. When it's off, that means that it's actually finished or stopped washing the dishes. All right, so we are done, man. We dissect this joint, man. We are out of here, man. I'm your boy Richie Rich at Consumer Appliance Support. You already know, man. We still in the lab getting it in, man. You already know. We out. Peace. All right, so for this portion of the video, we're gonna focus on the price. How much it's gonna cost you? Might cost you a little, might cost you a lot. Either way, it's gonna cost you. All right, so right now, of course, we're looking at the 24-inch fingerprint resistant stainless steel top control built-in tall tub dishwasher with dual power filtration. And of course, the decimal is 47 decimal. All right, so of course this particular appliance comes in multiple colors. Depending on the color / finish, that's going to dictate the price and how much you're going to pay. So we're looking at this appliance originally. Right now you're looking at, it was $949. They're saving you about 10%, which is $95 according to the Home Depot website. Right now you're looking at $854 for the fingerprint resistant stainless steel. All right, let's dive into another color. We get into the black. All right, so let's look at the traditional black. Originally, you're looking at $899, saving you 10%, $90, so it drops it to about $809. All right, so your traditional colors are normally colors that will be less expensive than your fingerprint resistance or sometimes your stainless steel, because those are traditional colors. Those are easier colors. I'm assuming to make according to the owner's to the manufacturer, but you know, it's going to be a lot cheaper then. You also have a cast iron black. Of course, that's going to change the price there. Depends on if it's available or not. But according to this, it says this product is currently out of stock. So they don't really have a color for that. So let's see what it says for the white. White and the black, like I said, traditional colors. you're looking at $809, originally $899, saving you 10% of $90. So it's just about the same, not really changing much there. Don't see a price for anything else. We are limited as far as the different websites that we can choose and go to see the different price. So in this video, we're only going to use two sources, which is Home Depot, and we're going to use Best Buy. All right, so according to Best Buy, we're looking at the stainless steel version. You're looking at $854.99. That's for the stainless steel. Let's see what else they might have. If it's the white, really not much difference in price there, but let's look at the white. The white, you're looking at $809.99. All right, same price as Home Depot when we checked the previous website. Let's look at black. Black, you're looking at roughly about the same price again. All right, so you're looking at $809. So it's $809.99, no difference in price. Same as it was for Home Depot, same price there. All right, so we're gonna wrap this video up as far as the price portion of the video. Again, we like to show you guys different pictures so you can see what it looks like as we go through the product. If there's anything that we miss and we can add to the video, we're gonna do so. But yes, we're done finishing up on the price portion of this video, man. You know we out of here. I'm your boy. Peace. All right, so for this portion of the video, we're gonna focus on the warranty, the manufacturer warranty. All right, so right now, of course, we are in the owner's manual, Maytag major appliance limited warranty. So we're gonna dive into some of that. Attach your receipt. Here, proof of purchase is required to obtain warranty service. Please have the following information available when you call the Customer Experience Center: name, address, and telephone number, model number, and serial number. A clear, detailed description of the problem, proof of purchase including dealer or retailer name and address. All right, so that's fine there. Major appliance limited warranty. Before contacting us to arrange service, some questions can be addressed without service. Please visit the troubleshooting section for troubleshooting help in Canada. All right, it says what is covered. It says your sole and exclusive remedy under this limited warranty shall be product repair as provided herein. This limited warranty is valid only in the United States or Canada and applies only when the major appliance is used in the country in which it was purchased. All right, so the first warranty that you have, it says for 1 year from the date of original purchase, both parts and labor. Maytag brand of Whirlpool Corporation or Whirlpool Canada LP, hereafter Maytag, will pay for factory specified replacement parts and labor to correct defects in materials or workmanship that existed with this major appliance was purchased, or its sole discretion replace the product. In the event of product replacement, your appliance will be warranted for remaining term of the original unit's warranty period. All right, so of course it already has a standard 1 year warranty, both parts and labor. One of the benefits for this appliance being a Maytag unit, it also has an additional 2 through the 10 year from the date of original purchase. Certain components, parts only. Labor is not included, so of course you have to pay for the labor, but this is still a benefit. So let's find out exactly what they cover. It says Maytag will pay for factory specified replacement parts for the components parts listed below to correct non-cosmetic defects in materials or workmanship, and these parts that prevent function of this major appliance and that existed with this major appliance was purchased. Dishwasher. So this is what is covered: the lower, upper, and third level were applicable. So that's the racks. Wire racks excludes the cups, shelves, silverware basket, and the third rack trays. It also includes your chopper blade, stainless steel tub, and inner door liner. All right, so when you're dealing with this particular dishwasher, you're getting a 2 through the 10 year warranty. So we can say a 10 year warranty on these specific parts: the racks, upper and lower racks, the chopper blade, which is stainless steel, and the stainless steel tub and inner door lining as well. So this is extremely good for this particular appliance. This is what separates a lot of the appliances by the additional stuff that they give you inside the owner's manual. So you want to check this stuff out, and this is why we bring this stuff to you. But we really like this warranty here, and of course we'll let you know that as far as once we give our overall grade. But as far as the Maytag warranty, man, that's it. Of course, it got stuff that's not covered and all that stuff. You're used to that stuff. All this stuff is going to be downloaded in the owner's manual as well, so you want to think about that as well. You can actually see the screen to see what's not covered and what is covered, of course, and different stuff. So I don't really want to watch the video, but I do want to make sure you get all the information you can, and it's going to be inside the description box, man. But of course, you already know, man, we in the lab dissecting this joint. Maytag dishwasher, man. We out of here. Peace. Alright, so for this portion of the video, we're going to focus on the parts. Man, how much is going to cost you to repair this appliance if it happens to break, if you need a technician to come out? Of course, for our example, we normally use our labor for $150 plus a slight markup of the part. We'll also let you know what part is covered under extended warranty, so you can actually see those particular parts. And of course, we give you an invoice and let you know exactly how much it's going to cost you at the end of the video once we do our overall review, so you can check that out as well. So let's dive into the parts for this particular unit. So we're going to go into where it says control panel and inner door. All right, so this is just a touchpad where you're able to touch the dishwasher and start the cycle and use different options. You also have the door. You also have the soap dispenser here. You have like a baffle that you see there as well, so you can use that. So you have different options. You can use the door latch and different things, so we're going to dive into that as well. All right, to let you know exactly how much it's going to cost. All right, so let's look at this control panel. It does not have the black one, but it does have a different color, which is possibly the stainless steel, more than likely. So when we're looking at this particular appliance, you're talking about the control panel is $108. So if you wanted to round this up, the part is going to be 150 bucks, labor 150. You're looking at about 300 bucks to replace your control panel. All right, let's dive into that. And that is a common issue as well. So if you try to press the buttons and the buttons don't respond, certain buttons might work. There's times where the LED might light up on its own. So there's different problems that can happen with that as well. So you just want to keep that in mind. Housing assembly, right? You're looking at $64.50. That looks like a control board underneath. So that's just not a regular standard housing. You're looking at $64.50, right? So normally when you look at the control panel might just be this piece, and it just has a panel that goes over top of it, or it might be an assembly where you get both, but in this case it's two different parts. So if you happen to need this part, $64.50, round it up to about $100 for the part, labor $150, you're talking about 250 bucks. All right, door latch, $15.15. That's pretty good for the door latch assembly if you happen to need that part. Common issue where the part might break from you just opening and closing the door. Over time, a lot of these door latches are plastic, so they tend to break. So it's a pretty common issue for that to happen. But if you're looking at the part, $50 for the part, labor $150, you're talking about 200 bucks. All right, you're talking about number 7, which is the basal vent cover. Not a common issue, but if it breaks, you can replace that $24.20. All right, you got the gasket that goes over it as well. Both, if you're gonna replace the baffle, it's best to get the gasket and the basal vent. All right, so inner door, if you need the inner door lining, again, this is the part number 10 that is covered under the 10-year warranty, so you want to look at that as well. So you want to contact Maytag if you have any issues. So they're saving you $129.33, which you can save roughly about 150 bucks for about 200 bucks. That's what they're saving you. All right, so you want to keep that in mind. Dishwasher door seal, which is number 11. All right, number 11, that's at the bottom. If it's dripping, if it's leaking, if you happen to need that part as well, $37.99, not a common issue. You also have wire harnesses that you might need. Wire harnesses can short out, they can burn up on this particular unit if you happen to need it. You're looking at $114.81, common issue. So you're talking about a part that's $150 plus labor is $150. You're talking about 300 bucks. All right, soap dispenser, right? If you're looking at the soap dispenser, common issue where the soap dispenser might not open. And again, what can happen is you're using the tablets and they're too big and it affects the soap dispenser from opening. Over time, even if it opens and closes and it's plastic, the door might crack, the spring might loose, it might be leaking. So there's different things that can go wrong with your soap dispenser, so you want to consider that as well. It can short out and it doesn't open. So if you're looking at that part, we're saying that it's about $100 for that part. I'll say $150 for the part. Labor $150. You're talking about $300. All right. You got your hanger, not a common issue. Again, vent assembly 4413, not a common issue. Fuse, if you happen to need a fuse service, you're talking about a fuse 6487. Common issue for fuse that blows inside the dishwasher as well. Man, you're talking about a part that's 6487, so you're talking about a part that's almost $100. Labor 150, talking about $250. All right, I would go with that. All right, depending on the company that comes out. All right, let's look at the racks. Of course, remember the racks are covered under the 10-year warranty as well. They're saving you at least $132.06. So you're talking about at least $150, almost $200 in savings from Maytag because of the part. Of course, the silverware basket is not covered. If you happen to need the rack wheels, this is something you can purchase yourself. They do wear out, they can break, it is plastic, you open and close the door, they don't move as smoothly, so you want to consider that as well. You're looking at $28.51. All right, that's good there. Silverware basket, what number that is? That's number 3. Silverware basket is $40.48. All right, but again, you can purchase that yourself if you happen to need that. All right, lids and basket, $15.53. all right, so you're dealing with that, man. You can get that stuff yourself. Let's dive into some of the main stuff here. Let's go into the tub and frame, right, which is number 1, the whole entire tub. Again, the tub is covered under the 10-year warranty. You got your gasket here as well, tub gasket that allows the dishwasher to seal properly. So we're gonna get into some of this stuff, man, so that you'll know exactly how much you're going to spend for this type of stuff. All right, so it says number 1 with the tub assembly includes the gasket, so you don't have to purchase the gasket, which is number 3 there. You're talking about no longer available. So if you find yourself in this position, you want to contact Maytag. Again, it's covered under the 10-year warranty, so you don't have to spend any money on that. All right, so they might, you know, if they can't fix it, they might replace it. You never know. All right, the tub gasket, $15.50. If you happen to need that part, $50 for the part. Labor $150. You're talking about $200. Nut inlet, that's where the water comes in. Not a common issue, but if you need it, it's $15.60. Door latch lock, if you happen to need that, not a common issue, but if you need it, you're talking about $13.25. All right, the newer ones are a lot stronger than the older unit as well. Seal for the cabinet, normally it's not a common issue. I've never really had to replace those at all, but you want to, you know, if you need to replace it, it's $13.02. Dishwasher drip tray, if it's leaking underneath, a lot of dishwashers have drip trays to hold the water so it doesn't damage your property and your floors. But if you happen to need that, which is $15.89, not a common issue for it to break or have any holes in it or anything like that. You know, you're good. Dishwasher float switch, if you happen to need that, $24.93. Don't allow water, that doesn't allow water to come in. Not a common issue. Dishwasher legs, not a common issue. Dishwasher water inlet guide assembly. On the LG units, I know that's an issue there. If you're talking about other appliances, it can get clogged up. Again, if you have issues with water, if you have hard water or you had work done or plumbing, when you turn the water on, the sentiments can clog up inside the inlet guide assembly, and that allows poor slow water pressure to come in. The dishwasher at times can detect there's no water in the machine. It might give you an error code and let you know that, or you might see it for yourself that your dishes are not getting clean. So if you happen to need this part, we're going to charge you $100 for that. Labor $150. You're talking about $250. All right, so just keep that in mind. All right, let's see what else we might have. Side memory, no issues there. Dishwasher, dish rack rollers, if you happen to need that, $28.51. All right, so we can go through this. The heating element. All right, common issues where the heating element burns out. If you need that, it's not drying, it's not getting hot enough, stuff like that. Dishes are not clean. All right, so you're looking at this part, $45.51. $15. All right, so we're talking about part is $75, labor $150. You're talking about $225. All right, so all right, that's it there. Terminal block, not a common issue, but if you happen to need that, $58.33 if it burns out. This stuff normally burns out on electric stoves. The terminals normally don't burn out, but the wires do. So like I said, if you happen to need it, because it's a common issue in other appliances, but I have not replaced a lot of the terminal blocks inside the dishwashers. They're pretty sturdy. But if you need it, you're looking at $100 for the part. Labor $150, you're talking about $250. All right, let's see what else we got. Dishwasher upper rack. Again, if you need the rack, number one, you're looking at $267.84 in savings. All right, so that's through the warranty there as well, so you want to consider that. Number 6, all right, adjustable rack assembly. So you probably would get number 3 if you need it as an assembly and just replace it. Common issue where it breaks, real common issue. You're talking about $43.65 for the adjuster. Is it the same on both sides? It all depends. These clips, number 12, they break too, so you want to think about that or go missing. But if you're looking at the part number 6, $43.65, I say the part 75, labor $150, you're looking at $225. All right, so you have number 6 and you have 6A, so it might be 2 different ones. All right, so if you need them both, it's going to cost you some money. All right, dishwasher stoppers, and these are the clips that normally break, $16.04. You can purchase that yourself, not a big issue. Another slide rail stop, that again, you can purchase those parts and slip those on. It's pretty simple and easy. All right, you don't need a lot of help for that. All right, let's see, upper dishwasher. All right, again, if you have issue with the spray arm, manifolds are pretty straightforward. This type of spray arm, the tip here typically breaks, all right, over time from spinning. All right, so that's number 3. If you need a manifold assembly, which is $47.06. Number 2 is the retainer pin, right? Because that retainer pin sometimes breaks, so you're looking at $23.17. If you need that part to be ordered, you can put that in yourself and snap it in. But if not, you can call a tech. He come out and install it for you. Dishwasher spray arm, which is upper, that can break as well. Common issue, $75 for the part. Labor $150. You're talking about $250. All right. Dishwasher manifold and spray arm assembly, that's probably number 4. And number 4 deals with typically like the middle spray arm there, so that can break. That's plastic. You're looking at $41.77. Again, $75 for the part. Labor $150. You're looking at $225. All right, diverter cover, not a common issue there. Docking, not a common issue there, man. So this is mostly just like the stuff for the spray arms, plastic components. Over time they break, so you got to consider that. All right, let's dive into the upper spray, the 3rd spray arm. You got the wheels, which is number 4. You got the railings. You got a little basket. All right, so you have all these different stuff. So we're gonna dive into that. All right, let's see what we got. What else? Track, dishwasher dish rack. Holder assembly, the left, depending on what side you need, $29.81. Mount, upper DRHA, silverware, $40.48. Again, you can purchase that yourself. Manifold assembly, $42.15. Don't really have issues there with that. Front hanger, tube, not a common issue there. When we're dealing with this dishwasher, man, not a common issue. All right, the door and panel, this is the front, and of course you have door hinges as well. All right, so when you look at that, it's gonna cost you some bread. So let's see how much these hinges are. One door hinge, $177.94 for one side. The other side is $177.94. You're talking about $200, man, if you need both of these hinges, and you normally do replace them both, but they're $200 a piece. So you're talking about 2, 4. That's $400 in parts. Then you got to factor in labor, which is $150. You're talking about $550 to replace your door hinges. That's expensive. That's a lot. But again, you might want to shop around. But if they might charge you just $200 for that. That could cost you some bread. Dishwasher access panel, not a common issue, but $49.47. If you need the front panel, depending on the model, depending on if it's stainless steel, depending on if it's white, depending on if it's black, you're looking at $140.67. Normally this is cosmetics, because it normally what you can do is the color starts to fade or you have a dent in it. Outside of that, that's it. But if it's cosmetics, you're looking at $140.67. All right, so not a common issue there. Installation, installator or installations, dishwasher nut, panel, like another access panel there, toe plate. Again, not a lot of issues there. You can see the toe plates and access panels and all that type of stuff at the bottom there. All right, we're gonna dive into the motor, which is pretty good. So let's see what this motor looks like. Again, most techs order the motor assembly. It's easier to just put the whole thing in, so you're gonna be charged for the whole entire thing. You do have your drain pump here to my left, which is number 23. You do have the whole entire motor assembly, right? That's number 10. You have your drain hose there as well, and you have the spray arm and the filter. So you got a lot of stuff that we can dive into to see how much it's going to cost you, man. Dishwasher circulation pump assembly, right? That's number 1, right? And that's something that we discussed there. If you just happen to need just the pump assembly, right, that's just number 1. You're looking at $224. You're talking about $300 for the part, right? $150 for the labor. Talking about 450 bucks. Let's see how much the assembly was. You got your check valve, not a common issue there. Spray arm, again, you can replace that. That's $34. 14. Dishwasher circulation pump filter, that's number 8. That is $92.86 for that. Man, all right, that's in there. So that's why you just order the whole entire assembly. It's not even worth it. Dishwasher pump motor, which is number 10. So you just order the whole entire assembly and you get everything all together and you just install it. Cheaper, $218.25. So we're gonna probably would go with that. So you're looking at your part, 250 bucks, labor 150. You're talking about at least 400 bucks right there. All right, hose, dishwasher pump support, drain pump, common issue, dishwasher doesn't drain. You can hear it making a loud noise. $41.10, so you're talking about $100 for the part. Labor $150, you're talking about 250 bucks. Drain hose, $50 for that part. Common issue where it can get clogged up, it can leak, got a hole in it, so you can be careful with that. You're talking about $50 for that. Labor $150, you're talking about 200 bucks. All right. You have your sensor here. It's called a turbidity sensor as well. You got thermostats here as well that can go bad. Not a common issue, but $40.31. All right, the turbidity sensor senses the soil inside the dishwasher, and that's where the sensing come from. Dishwasher fill hose, right? $32.54. Again, $50. Labor $150. You're talking about 200 bucks. All right. You also have your dishwasher run capacitor. If you happen to need that, $53.99. Like I said, when you normally order the motor assembly, all that stuff comes together. Your sump, which is separate from the motor, but the motor connects to the sump, $91.86. All right, not a common issue, but you know, it's plastic, it get holes in it, so if you want that, you can. That's the sump right here, number 33. All right, but again, if you get number 10, it comes with a brand new motor, comes with a brand new sump. The difference is it doesn't come with the drain pump. That's it. You have to order that separate. Alright, so just about it, man. So we are just about done with the parts portion of this video, man. We getting it in, making sure that we doing the best we can to give you all the information we can. But you already know, man, we in the lab getting it, man. We out of here. Peace. Alright, so for this portion of the video, we're going to shoot our overall review to let you know exactly how we feel about this Maytag dishwasher. Alright, so let me get my notes. Alright, first thing we're going to talk about is the warranty. Warranty, the manufacturer warranty. Alright, so for this particular dishwasher, man, we really like this warranty that you're getting with this Maytag appliance. First of all, you're getting your standard 1-year warranty, both parts and labor through Maytag. They're also giving you a 10-year warranty on certain parts. One, the lower, upper, and the third level rack. depending on the parts. I'm sure the silverware basket is not a part of it, so you do want to check out the warranty portion of the video that we did to break down exactly what parts are covered and what's not. The chopper blade is covered as well for 10 years. The stainless steel tub and the inner door liner is also covered as well. So if you have any questions, of course, we suggest that you contact Maytag. All the information is located in the owner's manual, but we really love this warranty, man. So as far as the grade, you know we got to give it the top grade of a 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, what else we going to focus on? Price, how much it's going to cost you. Might cost you a little, might cost you a lot. Either way, it's going to cost you. Man, so when we're talking about a price for this particular unit, man, first of all, we got to focus on the colors and the finish that it might has. You can get it in white. You can get it in fingerprint resistance, stainless steel. You could also get it in a cast iron black, and you can get it in the traditional black. All right, so you got 4 colors that you can actually get this unit in, depending on the color that you select. So if you're looking at this appliance, you're spending roughly with the discount, because when we looked up the appliance, there's only several sites that's able to give us a price on this particular unit. But we're saying on average, you're looking at $809 to about $854, depending on the color. So roughly with taxes, you're gonna probably spend about 900 and something bucks. So as far as the price, with the discount that they're giving you, man, we're just gonna say we give it a grade of 4, because you are getting $100 and something off, depending on where you get it on, depending on what site you get it from. It's a mid-grade appliance, so that's roughly how much you'll spend. So we give it a grade of 4, which is Quattro. All right, let's talk about parts, man. How much it's going to cost you to repair this appliance when it's time to get it fixed? All right, so if it's outside of the warranty, and what are some of the common parts that actually goes bad, or if you have those issues? And again, we talked about the warranty. So if the warranty is out, how much you're going to spend on average to repair this dishwasher? All right, so some of the common parts that normally goes bad, you have your console or your control panel. That's where you select different buttons to start your cycle. You're talking about on average about $300 to repair that. That is a common issue where your certain buttons won't work, it won't register, it might not even start up. It might be blinking lights and certain LEDs are flashing and you have not activated it, so you want to consider that as well. The housing, and then there's a display board on here. You're talking about $250 on average for that. Again, that is common for that to happen. These control boards short out, and of course it is a dishwasher, so if you're dealing with steam, water, and moisture, computers don't like that, so that's why it costs that much. All right. That's why it's normally a common issue as far as when it goes bad. They're talking about door latch. Your door latch, when you open and close the door, a lot of them are plastic and they tend to break often over time from you opening and closing the door. Pretty common issue. So you're talking about roughly about $200 for that part if you want to get that replaced. Your soap dispenser, common issue where it can break, the door doesn't open. So that's why I would suggest, if you're going to use those pods, throw it in on the inside, not put them inside the dispenser, because the cup is not deep enough to open and close with the pod sitting in it. So it's best to use liquid or powder. And if you're gonna use the pods and you love those pods, fill the dishwasher up and just throw it in the bottom of the dishwasher. Just let it hit the floor, hit the cavity, start it up, you're good to go. All right, wire harness. Oh, I don't know if I gave the price for the price for the dispenser. You're talking about $300 for that. All right, the wire harness. So if you're talking about wire harness shorting out, burning up, common issue on dishwasher where it does happen. So if you happen to need that, you're talking about $300. The door gasket that goes around the front of the dishwasher, pretty common issue. Again, you opening, closing the door, it wears out. So it can cause your dishwasher to leak or cause the door not to close properly. On average, you're talking about $200. The inlet guide, it allows the water to come in on the side of the dishwasher. They normally tend to get clogged up on a lot of the Samsung and LG models. But again, a lot of these models are incorporating a lot of these sensors and water inlets on the side. It determines the amount of water flow that's coming inside the dishwasher. So it can get clogged up over time because the sentiments inside the water, or if you're getting work done at your home and you turn the water off and you turn it right back on, that can damage it as well. So you just want to keep that in mind when you turn your water back, or the plumber turn your water back on, that the pressure is just not it's not rough or fast that it could damage your dishwasher, because that can happen. All right, so you're talking about roughly about 250 bucks for that part. Heating element is a common issue where your dish is not drying properly. Dishwasher is not cleaning the dishes because the water is not exceeding the proper temperature. So if you happen to need that, roughly you're talking about 250 bucks. Again, the racks are covered, but just to let you know, the upper rack, when we check the site, you're looking at roughly about $267, which is almost 300 bucks if you happen to need that in savings, and that covers you for the 10 years. The adjuster assembly, right? So you adjust the dishwasher up and down depending on if you want to raise the height or you want to bring the height down. They are plastic parts, so it is common for them to wear out, common for them to break. So if you happen to need that, you're talking about 225 bucks. Door hinges wearing out, pretty common issue as well. If you happen to need that, each door hinge on this particular model is about $200 a piece. So you're talking about at least almost 550 bucks if you need to replace both of those. And normally we do replace both of them because they are normally the same age. So you just replace both of them just to get them all working at the same time. So you're talking about 550 bucks. That's gonna cost you some bread. The motor, depending on if you get the motor assembly or the motor with the sump, you normally probably would get the motor with the sump because it's a lot easier to install those. So you're talking about on average about 400 to about 450 bucks depending on what motor you decide to get. Drain pump, whew, dishwasher's not draining, not allowing the water to discharge or anything like that, making a loud noise. So when you think about those things, if you happen to need a drain pump, 250 bucks. Drain hose, if your drain hose is clogged, if you happen to need that or it has a hole in it, you're talking about 200 bucks. So with all these prices, man, roughly you're talking about on average about $266 to repair your dishwasher. And of course, it's about between 800 and 900 bucks roughly. So we're talking about an average grade of a 4 as far as the parts on this particular unit, because it's not that expensive as far as to repair it. It is a Maytag unit and it's made by Whirlpool, so the parts are normally available as well. So we really like the appliance as far as the parts grade of a full 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so let's go to my favorite part, functions and the features. All right, so when we're talking about functions and features, man, this appliance is not a high-end appliance. It's not a smart appliance either. So it's a basic appliance with some basic things that we really like about the appliance. One, of course, we like the 3 racks on the appliance. Most appliances come with 2 racks, but this gives you 3, so we really like that. Where you can spread the silverwares on top and different stuff like that. You just got to be careful to make sure that you're not overloading the dishwasher. You want to make sure the spray arms are spinning properly and it's not blocking it. You want to check that stuff out as well. So we really like that. It also has an indicator light to let you know that when the dishwasher is on, it's blinking. When it's not blinking, that means that the dishwasher is completed and it's off. So you want to look at those indications to let you know if you do want to open the door just to check inside the dishwasher. And we really like that function, really like that feature. It also, what we talked about, the adjustable racks, raising it up. If you have high pots, you normally put those in the back, not in the front, because that can affect the soap dispenser from opening. But if you're looking at this appliance, we love the adjustment that you can make on this unit. A lot of the models are starting to do that as well, because we understand that people change their style of cooking. They're using bigger pots, if you're using like pot roast or big thing of rice and all this other stuff that you might eat. So you want to consider that as well. It has a power dry. It also has sanitized rinse, high temperature wash as well. It has a power blast that cleans hard to clean off spots. So you're talking about the equivalent of having a pots and pan feature on this particular unit. It also has an auto cycle that you can just hit start and it automatically washes your dishes, because it senses with the sensors to monitor the soil inside the actual dishwasher as well. So we really like that. We talked about the dryness. You can have it long or short. Long drying increases the energy. Short drying is probably a shorter cycle. And some models you might have where the dishwasher has a circulation fan to help the drying process inside the dishwasher. But outside of that, man, that's everything as far as the grade, man. As far as functions and features, we're gonna give it a 3. All right, and the reason why we give it a 3 again is it's an average dishwasher. It's nothing extravagant, nothing that really stands out outside of the other appliances that's out on the market. But as far as the grade, 1, 2, 3, a 3 for the functions and features. All right, so let's go over the grade points that we have given it. Warranty 5, price your 4, parts 4, and your functions and features 3. An overall grade of about 16. So if we add it up, The grade for this appliance, it's a 4.0. And one of the benefits that we really like about the appliance is the warranty that you get with this appliance. We think the warranty, and we know for a fact, is extremely good as far as you spending about $900 for this appliance, and you're getting a 1-year standard warranty and a 10-year warranty. So we really like that. The price is pretty decent. If you can shop around, get a good discount on that, we really like that as well. But outside of that, we really like the appliance. We will recommend the appliance as well. It's not a smart appliance, so if you're just looking for a dishwasher that's able to clean and wash your dishes and that's it, this is pretty good to get, and we really like it. And of course, you know that we'll recommend it. All right, of course, you already know who I am, man. I'm your boy Richie Rich at Consumer Power Support. You help me, I help you. We both help each other. Till next time, I'm out of here. Until next time, I'm out of here, man. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. We out. Peace.